You know, I've been having this debate with myself recently and other people around me, and we've been talking about hard work and what it means in our society today. And I feel like for me personally, someone who was brought up with a Caribbean, African background, so I'm Ugandan and Jamaican, I was always taught that I have to work 10 times harder. As a matter of fact, I did an interview with the BBC and Channel 4 like 10 years ago now. And I said that in that exact interview. And then about 5 years ago, I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on with that. So I went and found it on YouTube. And there was a comment under there that said, this mentality is really going to harm this girl. And at the time, I truly didn't understand. I was like, oh, what do you mean? Like, me thinking I'm going to work hard for everything is going to be the best thing for me. Why wouldn't I want to work hard? Till I'm realizing that certain things in this life don't require hard work. Now, look, argue with your mom, argue with your dad. I get it. If you're like me, they're the ones who gave you that mentality. But honestly, when you're passionate about doing something, it's not going to feel like the same level of hard work. There's whether you're dragging or pulling yourself down a specific path. I know for me personally, like starting Your Rights Matter, like I've been really lucky to be supported by my partner and the people around me, but that hasn't felt anywhere near as hard as some of the other tasks I've bullied myself into doing, because I felt like I'm comparing myself to my peers, comparing myself to other people. I guess the point I'm trying to make is not that you don't have to work hard in life. Of course we have to work hard, but to say that you have to work 10 times harder than anyone else, I think is really harmful. And that's just my personal opinion. People around me have differed and they've said, no, I feel like that mentality is really good because it forces you from a young age to push yourself. But like I'm saying, like, if you truly love what you're doing, it's not going to feel like you have to work 10 times harder at anything, because it's going to feel like a passion project. But yeah, let me know, what do you think? Obviously, Your Rights Matter was born out of me not passing my SQE, and I was just frustrated, and I was like, I'm not going to wait until I'm perfect. I'm not going to wait until I'm qualified to share this information, this knowledge that I have. Just because I can't pass one exam doesn't mean that I don't have knowledge to share. And I guess that's maybe the background thinking behind me sharing this with you guys now. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think the mentality of you have to work 10 times harder is helpful? Or do you think it's hindered you in other areas of your life? But yeah, anyway, regardless of whether it has or whether it hasn't, my name's Sarah. I'm sharing the law, trying to disseminate it and make it easy for people to understand. So if that's something that you're interested in, join me on this journey. So yeah, speak to you soon.